Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's today we are going to learn one of the most confusing concept for the beginners, that is independent subquery and correlated subquery. So we're going to solve this, or we're going to see the difference between the independent subquery and correlated subquery using with the help of this question and this particular table. So let's start with the independent subquery. So independent subquery is that type of subquery that works alone. So let's solve this question so that you can see how the independent subquery work. So we have the question which says print employees earning more than the average salary of their department. So we have this table where we have the employee ID, employee name, department, salary, manager ID, temp age, and so. So the question is asking to find employees earning more than the average salary of their department. So first of all, we need to find the average salary of each department, and then we're going to compare that average salary of the department with the salary of the employees. So for example, Peter belongs to department ID 101. So we'll first of all need to calculate the average salary of department ID 101, and then we compare that average salary with the salary of the employee. So where the salary of employee is greater than average average salary of the department, that will be in our final output. So let's start with finding the average average salary of each department. So let's start by writing select a department department ID, comma, and then average salary. So this one you can call it as average department salary from our table exam employee table, and then we group by department ID. So if we run this, can get the average salary, the department, and their respective average salary. So let's just reduce the number of decimal and write round that is comma. Let's just put two decimal places. Yeah, so let's run this one. Yeah, so we have the departments and their respective average salary. So now we're going to compare this average salary, this average department salary with the salary of the employee. So for example, Peter is in department 101 and a salary of 80,000. So we're going to check the average salary of, so Peter is earning less than the average salary. So Peter will not appear in our final output because we are looking for employees earning more than the average salary of their department. So that means we'll have to join these two tables, this main table and the table that contains the average salary. So I'm going to write select from our table, this one. Yes, so this one can alias is as P, and then you join. So we are joining these two tables. So we are joining this. Let's just put it here, and let's just remove. We are joining this, so we can put bracket, and we can alias this as, let's say G, let's say B. So we are joining these two tables on which basis? Based on this department ID, because department ID is the common column among these two tables. So we're joining on P dot department ID equals to P dot department ID. So if you run this, department, sorry, we were supposed to write the column for, so we're going to write P dot star, because we want the all column of this our table. Yeah, P dot star, and then comma we, for this one we only want, let's say, there. For this table we want the average department salary, so you can write P dot avg depth salary. So this one will give us the, so we have the employee, the employee, we have the salary and the average salary. So now we're going to use a filter to filter only the employees whose salary is greater than the department, the average department salary. So we're going to use where clause here, where P dot salary is greater than P dot avg depth salary. So if we run this now, it will give us the only the employees that are earning more than their respective department salary. So as you can see, Grace earns 120,000 and the average department salary is only 85,000. We have James who earns 90,000 and the average his average department is 85,000. And then we have Wanjiku earns 100,000 and her department average salary is 87,500. So this is so we've solved this question using independent subquery. Why do we call it independent subquery? We are calling it independent subquery because this subquery, so this is the subquery. So this subquery runs by its own. It doesn't depend on the other subquery for it to run. So for example, we can just run this subquery and it can give us the results. So independent subquery, it doesn't depend on other query for it to run. And then for the correlated subquery is where now it depends on the other query for it to run. So now let's move to correlated subquery. Correlated subquery. So for correlated subquery is just a vice versa of what I've explained about the independent subquery. So correlated subquery is where, for example, when the subquery depends on the outer subquery for it to run. So let's also solve just the same question, but using correlated subquery. So let's write select star from the empty table. So we can call this one as P, where salary is greater then we write this subquery that is select average b dot salary from m p, where p dot department id, let's just use this, where p department id is. So if you run this query, it will just give us the same result as this one here. So let's just run this first. So you can see Grace, James, Wanjiku, Otieno, and Daniel. So we have 5 people who earns more than their respective average salary. So if you run this one will also give the same output. So this query here runs in this inner query, this subquery runs for each records of the outer query. So this is the outer query. So this is our main table. So it will check. It's like it will check the details of this. The detail, for example, it will run in each and every record of this table and give us the average department, the average employee department salary. So for example, Peter is in department 101. So this subquery will calculate the average salary of department where this employee belongs. So Peter is in department 101. So our subquery here will calculate the average salary of department 101. So that means it will calculate the average salary of all 101. It will fix the salary of all 101 employee, and then it will do the average. So it will give us the average salary of where Peter, I mean the average salary of department where Peter belongs. And then you will go to the next employee. This one also belongs to average 101. So our subquery here will calculate the average salary of this employee, of this employees, and then it will give us the average salary. And then James, it will also check the James department where James, the department where James belongs, and then it will calculate the average salary where James, the average department salary where this employee belongs. So far. So for example, in Acheng, it will, so Acheng belongs to department ID 102. So it will calculate the average salary of department 102, and then it will give you the results. But here we are filtering the salary, the salary and the average salary. So that means we're going to compare the salary and the average salary results that will the average employees department salary that this subquery will give us. Yeah, so this subquery runs in each and every records of the outer subquery. I mean the outer query. So it, as I've told you, it will come to the first employee. It belongs to 101. So it will calculate the average salary of this person here. The average department of this person, the average salary of department where this person belongs. And then there's a where clause here. So this where clause will now help us to filter now the, for example, if, for example, for Peter, it will check the salary. It will check the salary of Peter, and then it will check the average salary, the average department salary that we've gotten it from here, and then it will compare the two. And when the salary is greater than this average department salary, then we're going to have the result will appear in our final results. So I think that one is very clear. So you can see this subquery do not run independently. It depends on the outer query because it runs in each and every record of the outer query. So if you found this video helpful, kindly subscribe, comment, share, and let me know the topic that you want me to solve question in the next video. Thank you.